G.I. Joe Classified, Hasbro, we've got the Nightforce Tunnel Rat figure. This is a variant of the Tunnel Rat figure that came out just a few months ago. So very similar design, but he's got the darker night colors, and just looking at the sculpt of his face. Anyone who had a Tunnel Rat figure when they were growing up, probably one of the coolest figures, just from his design, his personality. If you've seen the G.I. Joe cartoon movie, he's one of the recruits. Just a really fun character, fun figure. So I'm really excited about this. And then just want to special thanks to Tiger Force Dusty for helping free our Nightforce Tunnel Rat. As you can see, I am all about the variant figures for G.I. Joe Classified. Absolutely love Tiger Force, Python Patrol, and now this Nightforce one, which is my first one. So really, really excited to see what else they're going to come out with and all the cool different takes on the designs that we have. And for Tunnel Rat, that's a character that I knew I was going to get the figure for. And when the original one came out, I decided not to go with pick him up because I was waiting to see what kind of variant figure they would come out with. This way I'm not stuck with I guess I wouldn't be stuck with them, but this way I wouldn't have two Tunnel Rat figures because I'm trying to be more selective with which figures I pick up. So I like to have the options, and a character like Tunnel Rat, there's going to be a variant. Characters like Dusty, who is my favorite G.I. Joe, have to have all the variants of him. So I do have the original as well as the Tiger Force, but I think I'm good with one Tunnel Rat. No one wants too many rats in their place. So we just saw when we were looking at the back of the box, he comes with just an absolute ridiculous amount of accessories and weapons. So we're going to go through all those and see what we like and just finish ripping up the box that Dusty helped us with. And then, yeah, some of the newer designs of the boxing, they do have this really cool artistic picture in the back that he's kind of tied to. So I just want to take a moment to appreciate that before it goes right into the garbage. And so there it goes. And now we've got our weapons box. It is gigantic because it just comes with just an absurd amount of guns and weapons. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hold them all, what we're going to display with them, and it looked like he had some goggles in there for his Nightforce night work that he's going to be doing. So there we go. All sorts of fun. So just a pile of goodies right there. And we're starting off with his backpack. It is a classic G.I. Joe feature to have a backpack with the figures. At G.I. Joe Classified picked that right up. And the same peg in the back to put it on. So I appreciate that kind of nostalgic throwback with all the backpacks. So we'll put this on. It is a gigantic backpack. It almost weighs the same as the figure. So it does not knock him over though. So that is good. Kudos to Hasbro for figuring that out. And then we've got this long range weapon. We've got the scope on it. We've got the little stand so we can lay down with it. So let's see if we can get that and see how we can pose him with that. Going into his hand is actually a little bit difficult. So the sculpt of his hands, he looks like he does have a little bit of a smaller hand, and his trigger finger is out, but that means that the bottom fingers are a little bit closed, and it's actually a little bit hard to get the gun to fit in there, and I don't want to break them, but you can see as the gun kind of tapers out at the bottom, and usually you could fit them in and turn them, but his fingers are not really bending that way. So just a little bit of a difficulty here. You might have the same problem, or actually with any other figures, I don't believe I had this same problem. So this is unique to Tunnel Rat so far. So I was able to get it in, not with the finger around the trigger, but I'm not going to play with it too much because honestly, in my opinion, the gun is a little bit too big to display him with. So I'm probably not going to. I'll probably display him with something else, so he's not going to be holding it much longer. But I do want to kind of pose him a little bit with the intended use of it, which is kind of ready for a long-range shot. He's got it all stationed out. He's laying down, looking through the scope. So really cool gun, really cool feature. I'm not a huge fan of the larger guns when it comes to some of the G.I. Joe figures, so I like to display them with the more personal, smaller weapons. That's just my own personal display style that I like. So we're going to put that gun off to the side and check out his other accessories, like this really cool knife. And part of the fun of the G.I. Joe Classified line is guessing where the weapon goes. So in this case, where does the knife go? Well, Tunnel Rat would say in the heart of Cobra Commander. we know it's actually in the sheath on his leg. And then we've got these really cool night vision goggles, so he could go to a drive-in theater and sit in the bushes and just watch the movie without have to paying the prices of a movie nowadays. And they just go right on. Um, this is another one where I really like the accessory. I could appreciate it. However, it covers up his face too much, and I really like the just the look of his face. The sculpt is amazing, and it's a throwback to the original figure, so it does remind you of that, the original Tunnel Rat. So fun to put the night vision goggles on from time to time, but he's not going to be displayed with them. And we've got his extra bullets that goes over his shoulder. So let's see, which shoulder do we want to put it? Either go left or right. It's going to go diagonal across. I think going the same way as the gun holster is probably the way to go, so it won't get in the way or caught on anything. So we'll just slide that over his head. Yeah, I think that is the way to go. So this way, when he's trying to grab his gun, he's not met by a ton of bullets in his arm. Because honestly, nobody needs that. All right, so let's put his backpack back on. So now he's got his bullets, he's got his knife, he's got his backpack, and he's got these really cool flashlights. And as we were putting on the backpack, I did notice that there's a hole in the top of him that you could put his little flashlights in there, so he's ready to go. He is all ready to take on the night by force. And then he's got this cute little man purse. He can keep like his keys in there, maybe a snack if he's overnight, and he's getting a little bit hangry, so he can put like a granola bar or something in there. So completely versatile and fashionable, matches his outfit, pretty much can go with anything. And we also have a little bullet clip that goes on the gun. It's got a little peg on it. Usually it goes somewhere, clips in either on the side or the bottom. Just got to find where the hole is on the gun. You can see it on the bottom right there. So the peg goes in where it feeds the bullets. And we'll just fit that in. And yeah, it's got to be the perfect fit, because then the bullets align with where it kind of goes in, so you can just keep firing and do all sorts of assassinating from afar. And he's got this really cool simple pistol that goes on his chest, which is a really cool gun. I really like that. So I might actually just be displaying him with this one. So I'm going to put this on. And actually, oddly enough, I'm having the same difficulty with this gun as I had with the larger one. So it's not even just the size of the gun or the handle. It's not quite fitting in there, which I think that the hands are just a little bit too small of a grip, which is unfortunate because I really like this gun. So I'll probably play around with the hands a little bit, maybe heat them up and get them in there to loosen them up a little bit. I don't want to force it right now and break anything, so I'll probably just put the knife in there for now until I'm able to work with it. The knife head doesn't flare out at all, so it's more of a circular handle, so I have confidence that that'll go in. Same thing with the flashlight, can go right in, hopefully. Yes, flashlight goes right in. So those will be the two accessories that he's going to hold for the time being until I can fix the knife issue, or not the knife issue, the gun issue. And also for the gun, if it's not in his chest, it's got the empty holster, which if I do have him hold the gun, I'm probably going to take that holster off from around his neck, just so it's not an empty looking holster. Just my display design that I like. They got to look perfect. I did notice while I was moving around that his head wobbles a little bit. He's got a very loose neck. You can still pose it and move it. I've had this issue before with some of my other Marvel Legends figure. Daredevil, for instance, has a very loose neck. But all in all, still moves, still poses. It's just not as tight. So I just wanted to take a look at some of his other joints because I did notice his neck was a little bit loose. And then it's terrible when you go driving with him because he's always rubbernecking. But he can do the Van Damme pose really fantastic. Just a full split. He's ready to either sit between two chairs, two moving trucks. He can do the Van Damme high kick. So from a flexibility standpoint, Tunnel Rat is where it's at. And then his legs popped out a little bit. They go right back in. So that's kind of like one of the really cool features of this articulation is they do move up and down. So you can get those really wide splits on there. And it looks like his shoulder's got that double joint shoulder, so you can go back really far and just complete shoulder range of motion. So really enjoy that. As far as articulation of G.I. Joe Classified, This guy has the top of the line. So I really do love this figure. I think this is probably one of the best G.I. Joe classified characters that they've put out, just for the fact that Tunnel Rat is one of the best looking G.I. Joe character figures from the get go. And then we've got our buddy Dusty in here. So these two right now, probably two of my favorite G.I. Joe characters in the G.I. Joe classified line. Two variants, Tiger Force and Night Force. Love the forces. May the force be with you. Enjoy some stop motions. Enjoy. Hey, Tunnel Rat, I'm hungry. Do you have anything to eat?
You could eat my flashlight.
Tior, I can't eat that.
Sure you can. It's a light snack.